beautiful transformations are not just about having polished looks, because beauty queens are most notably known for their mesmerizing ability to express themselves really, really well. Today is the day. Join me as we officially open up the Miss Universe Philippines 2020 preliminary competition. This is a question and answer preliminaries, and this is the game changer.
Hello, good morning. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Okay, tell us something about yourself.
So my name is Cristel Abello. I'm representing the beautiful province of Aklan. I am the daughter to OFW parents, but although I was raised in the States, I was raised to be 100% Filipino. Pusong Pinoy talaga ako.
What is one beautiful word in your local language, and what does it mean?
One beautiful word in my language is guapa. And I think that just solidifies and represents the Aklanon trait of us Filipinos being beautiful.
What one learning experience that you had as a child made much impact on you?
One learning experience that I had as a child was growing up in the States. I grew up in the States, but we were very Filipino in the household, from the values that were instilled into our home, to the food that we ate, and also to the language that we speak at the house. Hindi nga pumayag si mami na hindi kami magtagalog sa bahay. And through that, I really embraced and loved and learned through my culture, and it really solidified my identity as a person, as a Aklanon, and as a Filipino.
What one major lesson did you learn from your experiences during this pandemic?
During this pandemic, I have learned the one important lesson of bayanihan. It's really important for us, mga Pilipino, to stand together, to unite together, and to extend ourselves to help each other.
If you win Miss Universe Philippines, how will you help your community?
If I win Miss Universe Philippines, I will help my community by extending myself through the use of social media. And I want to use my platform to really use my voice to extend myself and to help my community by raising awareness. And I really want to show the people that I'm here, genuine, with or without the crown, that I really want to help and instill positivity and hope with everyone.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I think the color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman is a color that you feel confident in. I think that it could be any color as long as you feel proud to wear it, and if you feel beautiful in it, then I think bagay na bagay sa'yo, di pak na pak.
What skills does the workplace of the future need, since working from home now is the new norm?
So the skills that we need to have and instill into our home is, I think that kahit nasa bahay, dapat ganado pa rin sa bahay. And that we should still be appreciative of being at home, and that we're still being able to given the chance to work. And we should really appreciate that. Dapat ganado pa rin sa bahay, patuloy-tuloy pa rin ang trabaho. Just because we are in the new normal, it doesn't mean that life doesn't stop.
If you have a chance to name one spot, man-made or natural, in your province or city that you would like to promote to the world, what would it be and why?
Of course, I would want to promote the beautiful island of Boracay. Of course, it is known as paradise to many, and of course, it is a place where you can just relax, and it is incomparable to other places around the world even. It is one of the most highlighted tourist destinations of the Philippines, and most importantly, I think ang pinaka-importante, ang generosity, ang hospitality ng mga Aklanon.
So are you bringing us?
Pwede! Sige, tera.
When?
Yes, yes.
Well, there's a campaign to hashtag Love Local. Which local product would you promote and why?
Which local product I would promote? So, Love Local, the local product that I would promote siguro sa ngayon would probably be ang food natin. I think I would want to promote our food because our food is very relevant. No matter how old, how young we are, we can all sama-sama together, and it brings us all together.
And lastly, what one thing should young people like you focus on?
I think what young people should focus on is believing in themselves. I think from this journey, I have learned to really believe in myself and to earn the confidence. And I think that a lot of young people, our young generation, is lacking today the belief and the confidence in themselves to push themselves forward and to also be positive and to uplift. If you are positive in yourself, then you can continue to uplift others. Thank you. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Okay, maraming salamat po. Thank you so much. Thank you po.
So Miss Aklan is back from her Q&A. So, how do you think you did with your answers? Do you think you could have done anything differently?
I probably could have been more relaxed, been more calm, and just been a bit more still. I feel like I had such an adrenaline rush within me that up until now I'm still kind of shaking, and so all the nerves are still in me, so I'm still kind of shaking. So I just wish I was a little more calm and collected. So that would be the only different thing.
Hi, good morning. Kumusta?
Good day.
Oh.
Tell us something about yourself in 30 seconds.
Of course.
30 seconds.
Sige. So, I am Paula Margarita Ortega, and I'm representing the home of our majestic Mayon volcano, Albay. I am a full-blooded Filipina who was born and raised in Spain. I got my medlab and nurse degrees in Universidad de Barcelona, Spain. And because I love nurturing people, I love helping people. I love reaching out to them. That's why I pursued to be a nurse. So, yeah, I love going out with my friends. I'm a social butterfly. I love dancing and... Sorry. Okay. Yeah. No, it's just nervousness. Sorry po.
Relax.
Okay.
What is one beautiful word in your language?
Okay.
Do you know anything in Bicolano?
Bicolano. Daragan Magayon. Daragan Magayon is actually a legend in our Bicol area that is representing the beautiful mountains in our region, and it's about how beautiful our nature is. I think it really portrays that, and I really like that word, Daragan Magayon. Diba?
What one learning experience that you had as a child made much impact on you?
As a child, well, definitely a lot, but definitely has to be about friendship. I've realized with time, I've always been very open to everyone, but I realized with time that you have to nurture your friendships in order to keep them and to be with them. Because if not, they will forget about you and you won't click with anymore. So yeah, friendship.
What one major lesson did you learn from your experiences during the pandemic?
Well, so many. But the biggest realization is that you cannot control everything. There's things you can control, things you cannot control. So focus on the things you can control to improve yourself and actually make an impact to everyone. So yeah.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community?
Definitely, it would be by promoting and advocating how important the healthcare system is. And I think now it's very relevant and timely. People have realized if we don't have a healthcare system, everything goes down. So I really want to advocate that because it's a human right. We deserve proper healthcare. So yeah, I would promote healthcare.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
The colors of the Filipino flag: white, red, and blue, and gold. Yeah. I think that's a phenomenal Filipino woman.
Okay, so working from home now is the new norm.
I know.
So, what skills does the workplace of the future need? What skills does the workplace of the future need? Since almost everything now is
Online. Well, definitely having internet skills, computer skills. It's very now important to work with social media, with platforms such as Google Meet or Zoom, and also to really work with presentations because now we cannot present with our bodies. We have to present through a screen. So we have to make our best effort to present it on different platforms such as PowerPoint or more than there's out there to show what we have.
so. Can you name one spot whether it's man-made or natural, from Albay, that you would like to promote to the world?
I might sound cliche, but I really love, and I think it's so majestic, our Mayon volcano. It has such a perfect triangle shape. It's a perfect volcano, diba? And what I love the most, it's still dangerous because it's still active. So that's a beauty in it. You have to take care of it and be aware of it in order to admire its beautiful, iconic figure.
Okay. Well, there's a campaign to hashtag Love Local. Which local product would you promote and why?
Well, as a chocolate lover, I would promote chocolate because actually I found out it's very sustainable to grow cacao in our grounds and in our country. And for example, Dabao's chocolate is amazing. I always buy local chocolate from Dabao because it's really good and it's actually healthy. So best things in both worlds.
Okay, and lastly, what one thing should young people like you focus on?
To be truly yourself, to find your values, and that is something I will always instill on. Educate yourself, work, get out there, get out of your comfort zone and find what you want to do in your life in order to influence other people to do even better. So yeah, I want to instill that to our generation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this. Oh, it was so lovely, actually. Oh, I was expecting like political questions. No, please. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And good morning. Hope you have a great day today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I feel so relieved right now. But the best thing is because I know I did my very best. But still, the nervousness is there. I was actually the first part. I was short of breath because I was hyperventilating from before. Pero later, I was able to relax. Mama J actually was like, breathe, relax. Just an interview, relax lang. So I was able to breathe and then deliver. And I think really going well.
That's awesome. You're finally done.
Just the beginning.
That's true. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good morning.
Good morning, Paul.
So, breathe for fun.
I am. I'm trying to.
You have 30 seconds per question. First, tell us something about yourself.
That's the first one. So I am Miss Angeles City. I was born and raised in Angeles City. And one interesting thing about me is I performed CPR on a dog once, and the dog lived. And I'm so proud of that because it led me to believe that I was meant to save lives. And that is what I'm taking right now in college, a career path towards saving lives.
What is one beautiful word in Kapampangan in your local language? And what does it mean?
The one beautiful word in Kapampangan is kabalen, and it is what we are called, the Kapampangans. We are called kabalens, and I think that's a beautiful word because the Kapampangan people are beautiful people. We are so friendly, we are so diverse, we are so accepting that in Angeles City, we are like a melting pot of different cultures and nationalities. So not only Filipinos, but also foreign people.
What one learning experience that you had as a child made much impact on you?
As a child, my dad wasn't there because he was abroad working, and I grew up with my auntie. And I guess that led me to be more independent, and I think that plays a big role in how I am today. I'm very independent.
What one major lesson did you learn from your experiences during the pandemic?
My grandmother died just a few weeks ago because of COVID-19, but my grandfather survived the COVID-19. And that taught me to make the most out of everything with the people that you love. Tell them everything that you want to tell them. Spend time with them, talk to them, everything you want to do so that you can live your life without regrets.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community?
Right now, we have an ongoing project called Project Millennials PH, and this was born during the COVID-19 pandemic. And what we do is we help IP communities, not only in the province of Pampanga, but all around the Philippines. And we've been to different provinces in Luzon to help the IP communities. If I were to win the crown, I'd continue doing exactly that, because that is what's relevant right now.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I think the color that symbolizes the phenomenal woman is blue. And to tell you the truth, blue is my favorite color. And I think it symbolizes me too. The reason for that is because a phenomenal woman is brave, but also soft. And I think blue embodies that.
Can you name one spot, either man-made or natural, in your city that you would like to promote to the world?
To the world.
Yes.
Okay. One spot in Angeles City would be the heritage site in downtown Angeles City, because it's so rich in culture and history that if you go there, you don't even have to ask. It just says it right at you na, hey, this is history, this is culture. And you can see it with your own eyes.
Okay, working from home now is the new norm.
Yep.
So what skills do you think does a workplace of the future need?
I don't personally work, so I can't really speak for them. But I am a student, and we've transferred to online learning. And I think that what we need right now is, or are people who are very fluid in what they do, so that they can, continue doing what they do anywhere they go, because that is what we need to adapt to the current system.
Okay, your next question is, there's a campaign to hashtag Love Local.
Yes.
Which local products would you promote and why?
Right now, I think I would promote the Filipino fashion, because of the pandemic, the fashion industry has suffered a lot, really. And I can attest to this because of the designers that I've been working with in our city, which is Angeles. And I would like to promote their products just to keep them going or getting back in the game again.
And lastly, what do you think is one thing that young people like you should focus on?
I think one thing that young people like me should focus on is achieving their goals. And that is what I'm doing right now. Doing school and pageantry at the same time, as well as personal life. And that's really challenging, but hey, I'm here right now and I am, getting my goals.
Nice answer for the passion.
Yes,
Well, it's been 9 months, right? So I think I am ready for an interview. And yung iniisip ko na lang is like it's a job interview. So let's do this. Let's do this. Hello, good morning, everyone.
Smile ka muna para
interesting and fun.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Tell us something about yourself.
I'm Josel Marie Robenta. I'm 23 years old. I am representing the beautiful province of Antique. Well, personality-wise, I am an extrovert kind of person. I always love to go out. And I love the beach so much, the mountains. That's why in Antique, you can find everything there. And I am proud to be a registered nurse. I worked for 2 years in a hospital back in Cebu City.
What's one beautiful word in an
Kinaraya. Yes. Biscaraya. Our dialect.
One beautiful word.
Guapa. It's definitely a beautiful word because guapa means beautiful. So I can say guapa. Every Antiqueña is really beautiful. Not just Antiqueña, but all Filipinas are beautiful. So guapa.
What one learning experience that you had as a child made much impact on you?
As a child, I think it is not caring, not literally just not caring, but having the you are always just positive in every move you make. You don't think about what is the consequences behind it. You're just enjoying the moment. You're making the most out of everything if you're a child. So, yeah, that's it.
What major lesson did you learn from your experiences during this pandemic?
I think it is being compassionate at all times. Because being compassion, it comprises everything already. Love, kindness, humility, generosity. Being compassionate leads you to something wonderful. Like, especially in this time of pandemic, everyone needs love. Everyone needs the help of one another. So it is being compassion.
If you win Miss Universe Philippines, how will you help your community?
If I win Miss Universe Philippines, I will definitely help my community by pursuing my advocacy, which is quality healthcare for all Filipinos. And it is very timely and relevant to what is happening right now because we are in the pandemic. And quality healthcare just doesn't mean we just don't want quality healthcare, but it is a priority and we all need quality healthcare.
Well, working from home now is the new norm. So what skills does the workplace of the future need?
I think, sir, simply work skill. I think simply doing chores at home is a need, and everybody needs to be clean, to know basic household chores because most millennials nowadays are on their phones, right? So it is one way actually by staying at home that our parents can teach us.
If there's one spot, man-made or natural, that you would like to promote from your city to the world, what would it be?
I think that would be Bugasong River from Antique because I can say that Bugasong River is the cleanest river in the Philippines. So just by saying that it is the cleanest river, you can actually say that, oh, Antiqueños are really hardworking and as well, they are concerned of their environment. So it is Bugasong River.
Okay. What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
Color that symbolizes the phenomenal woman. I think every color. Because it's not about the color, actually. It's about you, yourself within. If you are a phenomenal woman, then you can wear any color because you are phenomenal.
Love it. Well, there's a campaign to hashtag love local.
Okay, yes.
So what local product would you promote and why?
In Antique, of course, our local product is patadyong, the weaving art of patadyong. And you can really see that patadyong is just a simple kind of cloth, but the hard work of the Antiqueños by making it, it what makes it beautiful.
And lastly, what is one thing that young people like you should focus on?
I think one thing that young people like me should focus on is not, you should not kowtow to the society. You should not You should not follow what is the typical stereotype of the society because you are unique. You are you. You have to be proud of who you are. You have to be authentic at all times.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You think the people supporting you right now are really proud of you?
Oh, but all I can say is to all Antiqueños, I really did my best. And I hope I will make you proud.
You're on your home court right now. How do you feel?
Well, I really feel happy that we're making history in the place that I'm representing. This is the first ever Miss Universe Philippines, and it just makes me feel so proud that we'll also get to show the universe how beautiful it really is here in the summer capital of the Philippines. And maybe next year, we'll never know, maybe it can also be held in Batanes, which is my roommate's place, to promote the whole Philippines to the universe. Hello po, good morning. My name is Bea Teresa Peralta Mainigo and I'm representing the summer capital of the Philippines, Baguio City.
Welcome to Baguio.
Welcome to Baguio.
So you have 30 seconds. Tell us something about yourself.
Wow, okay. I actually grew up in Pangasinan and I studied here in Baguio. And that's when I was discovered. I never actually thought that I would be doing this, the pageant thing, but Baguio just opened so many doors for me. When I was in college, somebody invited me to join a pageant, and I was hesitant at first, but then I was just being my curious self who wanted to try new things.
What's one beautiful word in your local language and what does it mean?
Wow, I think one beautiful word in the local language of Baguio is bagtit, which means crazy. Because I think in life we need to not be serious all the time. We need to have fun. So we have to be crazy in love, crazy in our aspirations in life, and we have to crazily work hard for the things we want to happen in our lives. Oh yeah, bagtit.
Next question. What one learning experience that you had as a child made much impact on you?
I think the one learning experience that, as a child, it's learning to go out of your box. It's not because you were raised this particular way. You have to be that for the rest of your life. You can explore, you can be more. And that's what I learned. And that's why I've decided to advocate for equality, because before I've experienced not being that same opportunity as others.
What one major lesson did you learn from your experiences during the pandemic?
The major experience that I've learned during the pandemic is that I've learned that I am strong. In this pageant, we've been here for 8 months already, and I've faced challenges that I never thought that I would overcome. And it's surprising that I'm still here in front of you, still fighting for the Miss Universe Philippines crown. And yeah, that's why I'm really proud of myself, because after all that happened, yeah.
Remind ko lang, you only have 30 seconds per question.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community?
If I will win the first ever Miss Universe Philippines crown, it would be such a big honor and responsibility, not only for me, but also for the people around me. Whenever I join a pageant, I always make sure to take the opportunity to make a difference, not only for myself, but also for the people around me, and to always make an impact where it counts in the eyes of God.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenon woman?
I believe that the color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman is color white, because a phenomenal woman is pure, and pure in her intentions, pure in everything. She is real. She's pure. She's real, and she is not pretending to be anyone. She is a phenomenal because she is a woman, and the woman is pure.
Now that we are in the beautiful city Baguio, name one spot, whether it's man-made or natural, that you would like to promote to the world.
That one spot that I would choose is something that I'm not sure if it still needs promoting, but I would choose Burnham Park, because Burnham Park, though you often hear it, it's the place for all people. If you visit the Burnham Park, you will see kids playing in the playground. Even teenagers would ride the boat or go biking. You know, even our titas and lolas are doing Zumba sa Burnham Park. So yes.
Next time, mag-Zumba tayo doon.
Oo nga po.
Sa isang titang katulad mo. Okay, so what skills does the workplace of the future need? Since work from home is the new norm, so what are the skills you think is needed now in the workplace?
Other than dedication, I think it's confidence. Confidence is the most important skill that any person should have. We will face challenges in our lives. That's why it's very important that we have confidence in ourselves, confidence in what we do, so that we'll be able to overcome everything that we will face.
There's a campaign that's #LoveLocal. So what local products would you promote and why?
I would promote the walis here in Baguio. I think it's very well promoted also even worldwide, because the walis, it's used for cleaning. So it's very important that we keep our surroundings clean. We should have a combined effort in protecting our nature, protecting our environment, and yeah, that's why I choose walis.
Makes sense. And last question is, what one thing should young people like you focus on?
That one thing that we should focus on is self-love, actually. In this world where there will be a lot of people who will ask you to be someone who you're not, you have to always go back to who you are. You need to love yourself. Because if you do not love yourself, you won't be able to love others. You won't be able to serve others and the people around you. That's why it's very important to self-love. Welcome to Baguio City.
Ito yung walis pinapasalubong sa Amerika.
Yes. Up there, I was just being myself. I was answering from the heart. So the secret is just to not pretend to be anyone and just be yourself, and you'll be successful.
Very brave girl who had no plane going to Manila. Nagbarko siya from Batanes to Manila.
Yeah, cargo vessel. Yeah.
Okay, so you know the drill. 30
Is this on?
30 seconds per question or statement. So in 30 seconds, tell us something about yourself.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Jan Alexis Alcano. I am an Ivatan, an indigenous person, and I am a painter and a freelance makeup artist as well. So I'm very much into the visual arts. And the thing about it is that I can trigger people's emotions just by targeting their sense of sight, and I think that's very cool.
What is one beautiful word in Ivatan?
Magsal or ichagsal. That means you are proud of who you are and of where you come from. So me, ichagsal ko ka Ivatan ko. I am proud of being an Ivatan.
What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
Sorry, one
learning experience
had
as a child that made so much impact.
I think as a child, because I'm the eldest child in the family, and I had to learn to be responsible at an early age. So that is my learning experience. My whole childhood, I was taught to be responsible at an early age, to be independent, and to know how to take care of my own self.
And then, what is that one major lesson that you learned from your experiences during the pandemic?
One major lesson would be that anything can happen. So we have to expect the unexpected all the time. And so we must live in the moment, be who we are and where we are, and enjoy that. Maximize everything that we have right now and just learn to enjoy life as it is.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community?
Okay, so if I win the crown as an indigenous person and coming from a humble background, I know what it's like to be deprived of opportunities. Now, it took a lot of courage, rejections, and struggles. So if I win Miss Universe Philippines, I would use this perfect platform to be able to help create more opportunities, to raise projects for my fellow indigenous people so that no one else would have to struggle for an opportunity anymore.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
The phenomenal woman. I think that would be blue because it's vibrant. It's strong color, but it also looks calm at the same time. So I think that's what a phenomenal woman should be. You should stay composed, you should be calm all the time, but you are strong and powerful.
You know, Batanes is one place that I've been wanting to go, but never had the chance.
Mm-hmm.
So, if what spot, place you in Batanes you'd like to promote in the world to know?
Okay, so every corner you turn in Batanes is unique. And I'm not saying this because I come from there, but it's true. But my favorite spot would be Marlborough Country, or locally we call it Rakuh Apayaman, which means wide pasture. And the thing is, it really is wide, and you can see the Pacific Ocean, you can see the beautiful Mount Iraya, the hills, rolling hills, and also the cows and carabos grazing the grass. I think it's
that beautiful.
Yeah.
Pero ano na, I can envision it from what you've been saying.
Yes.
So ano naman, on the other side naman, no, in the real world now, no? So in the new norm, it's work from home.
Yes.
So what do you think are the skills that we need to be able to, you know, adapt to this new norm, to this new workplace of the future? So ano yung mga new skills na ito?
Definitely, we have to learn how to be flexible with our skills, time management, definitely, and how to juggle between your personal life and your work. So we have to learn how to set our focus, because there's going to be a lot of distractions because we're in a new setting, a new environment. So you have to learn how to set your focus on a specific goal that you want to achieve.
There's a campaign to #LoveLocal.
Mm-hmm.
So what local product would you promote and why?
Okay, so while I was in Batanes, I recently did a shoot for turmeric tea. So I think that's what I want to promote because nowadays, with the virus going around and still in our country, it's still prominent. So I think I'd like to promote that, the turmeric tea, because it has good benefits for the body, as well as boosting our immune system, which is very essential nowadays.
And lastly, you mentioned focus earlier. What is that one thing you think that young people should focus on?
One thing that young people should focus on, that would be their purpose. Because right now we all need to focus on our purpose. We all need to unite to make this world a better place, because we really need the cooperation, the unity. We don't need the indifference, the hate. We have to disregard all our differences to be able to unite. That's all.
Thank you. I'd like you to tell your story lang of how you came to Manila.
Okay.
Can you say that, like in a few lines lang, how
A few
the
lines.
struggle of traveling to Manila, and this is a part of the question, so I just for the,
Okay.
I just need your story.
Okay, so I was all set and booked for a flight on the October 7th, but a few days prior to my flight, there was a confirmed or recorded case, first ever recorded case of COVID in Batanes. So with that, the next day, the government decided to impose new guidelines for the province, and that included banning all commercial flights. So that means my flight was canceled, and I was actually fretting because there's no other way out of the province than air transportation. So we immediately, I personally reached out to Sir Jonas so that I could have a letter sent to our governor and to the Coast Guard, because we need their permission for me to be able to board a cargo vessel, because it's not really allowed for a passenger to board a cargo vessel for security and safety purposes. But that's the only choice that I had, and it was a risk that I was willing to take. I was actually scared of deep waters, but I had to disregard all the fears just so I can get here to where I am right now, standing in front of all of you.
Why is it important for you to come here?
Because this serves a great purpose for me, being here, a contender of Miss Universe Philippines and representing Batanes. We rarely get to represent Batanes in a pageant, national pageant scene. And I would like to promote not just Batanes as a place, but the Ivatans. I want to embody that resilience that we speak of. And I want to prove to people that we really are who we claim to be, resilient people. I thank my fellow Ivatans. They're the ones who inspire me. I draw my strength from them, and they're the ones who encourage me to keep on fighting through this journey. Basically, I just want to make my province proud, and I hope they will be with my performance in the Q&A.
So for today's performance, sino yung inspiration mo?
For today is my mom, kasi yung message niya agad yung nabungadan ko when I wake up. Sabi niya, kaya mo yan. Malalampasan mo yan. Just be yourself. Hi! Hello po. Yes po. Okay po.
Pwede mong Tagalog dito.
Opo.
Kung hindi mo naiintindihan yung tanong sa English, pwede okay lang din. Gusto namin yung talagang mas authentic.
Yes po.
Wala pa 30 seconds kasi may time limit tayo. Tell us something about yourself. Sabihin mo yung tungkol sa sarili mo.
Okay po.
Na kailangan namin malaman.
Okay, hello po. I am Mabuhay. I am Natalia Ursia po. I am from the province of Batangas po, and I am born and raised po sa Patabungkay Beach Resort. We also have our own cottage po. Then, doon po kami kumukuha din ng aming mga pinag for everyday po namin.
Anong magandang salita sa Batanggenyo na gusto mong sabihin?
For Batanggenyo po na salita, it's more on Filipino po talaga na language. Like, more on po kasi kami sa punto. Like, siguro po, kaganda-gana re. Like, ang ganda mo, kaganda ba ng binibining are, yung ganyan po. Like more on punto kami, yung ad po namin ng mga 4 puntos nga po. So yun nga. Then the reason why po, kaya pag minsan, may mga batang ganyan na, if pupunta sila ng Manila, or for school po, like me po, nag-college po ako sa Parañaque. So, may mga batang ganyan na, okay, sorry, nagpapalit ng, like, okay.
Next question, something about your past. So, what one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact?
I am from a broken family. So, kaya ko pong kaya ko maging independent in the young age. So, I'm become a working student po. Nagwo-work po ako while nag-school. So, naging independent po talaga ako. Naging strong, independent woman po ako in a young age.
Next, so what one major lesson did you learn
this pandemic? I learned po na kailangan yung mga mahal po natin sa buhay, kailangan nag-attach po tayo sa kanila within, and also po yung faith po natin kay God, yung faith po natin na we can through with this pandemic, with this yung mga problema po natin yung kailangan po talaga may faith tayo kay God, and we can come forward po.
You win the crown, how will you help your community?
If I will win the crown po, I would like to use my voice po para po yung sa mga kagaya ko po, I am from a poor family po, so I would like to help my tourist destination, which is Matabungkay Beach Resort, na mas mag-grow po yung mga tourist spot po, yung mga marine conservation, which is my advocacy. I want to help my beach po. Not my beach lang po, but with all the Philippines po.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenon woman?
For me po is white, because po white is like optimistic po, pagiging, and also it helps I think po white then dahil po it will help it looks like being strong, independent woman. Yun lang po.
Di ba narinig natin ngayon kadalasan yung salitang work from home?
Work from home, okay.
Di ba narinig natin yung ano sa palagay mo yung skills na kailangan natin develop sa makabagong norm na to,
okay,
sa workplace natin, sa trabaho natin? Ano yung mga skills na kailangan natin?
Okay po. I believe po, and I also need po, is yung communication skill po. Yun po. Medyo nahihirapan pa din po ako sa communication skills po. But I really need to develop, and the other po ng communication skill and the technology po, kung paano po nila ha-handle yung technology, yung then yung the new normal po, yun po, kaya.
Sige, ito naman, on the lighter side.
Okay po.
Anong lugar, anong spot, man-made man or natural,
okay,
sa Batangas ang ipopromote mo?
Okay po, it's Balsa po. Yun po yung festival namin, Balsa Festival. Every April po, nagse-celebrate po kami na Balsa Festival. So I want to promote, as a local po from Batangas, I want to promote our Balsa Festival and our Balsa, the floating raft.
Next April, ha?
Opo, punta po kayo. Maghahanda po ako para sa inyo. Opo. Magbalsa po tayo doon, then mag-barbecue. Yes po.
Nakita mo na, may hashtag na Love Local.
Opo, Love Local po talaga.
Anong local product ang gusto mo i-promote at bakit?
Ang gusto ko po talaga i-promote is yung handicraft po or food po ng mga Batanggenyo or ng Filipinos po. Because we all know as globally, artistic.
Last question na lang. Sa tingin mo, saan dapat mag-focus ang mga young people like you? Saan kayo dapat mag-focus?
I believe po, dapat po maging entrepreneur po tayo. for me po, kasi po I'm doing my online business po, my event po, I'm freelance also, freelance model. So I want to know po na mga youth like me po na kailangan mas enhance po sila sa entrepreneur po and the business para in the young age po, hindi po sila mas ano sa family nila o sa parents nila for financial support. Yun po. Thank you po. Thank you so much po. Punta po kayo sa piyesta namin. Yes po, Batangas.
Okay, we are with Miss Biliran right now. How are you doing?
I'm feeling good. Actually, I felt nervous a while ago, but seeing my sisters when they're all done and relaxed and they're happy, it's like their good vibes like went into me, and I'm excited to go inside right now.
Good morning.
Okay ka naman?
Yes po. I got tired because I got lost along the way.
So, yung rule, 30 seconds lang per answer. Starting with, tell us something about yourself.
So, good morning, everyone. I am Skelly Ivy, Florida, and I am an only child. I grew up without a father, and I was also raised by a single mother. When I was a child, honestly, I experienced being bullied, but because of how my mother raised me, I know that I should be confident with myself. And with that, I know that she raised me to become a better person right now. And that's why I am also here.
What is one beautiful word in your local language? Then what does it mean? One beautiful word lang. At anong ibig sabihin?
I think it's guapa. It means beautiful because it really gives confidence to, especially the ladies who don't feel confident with themselves. And when you say it to them, like you say, hello, guapa, and then they just smile and then they think that they're really beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Thank you.
Next question. So, what is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
Honestly, it's, as I said a while ago, I experienced being bullied and I overcome that. And now that I am confident with myself, I also want others to feel the same way too. To be, for me to be an inspiration to others now that I am here.
Something more recent. So what is the most important lesson that you learned during the pandemic?
I think the most important lesson I've learned is patience, because everything right now is delayed. And right now, we need to be patient on the specific goals that we want to go or wherever we want to go. And now that if we really have patience, we know that we can achieve those goals that we want to do in the near future.
If you win Miss Universe Philippines, how will you help your community?
Winning Miss Universe, I mean, it's being a voice, a spokesperson, and a symbol of hope to everyone. And also as an influencer, I'm going to use this because I know that I can communicate to different organizations with the things that I can do, especially during this pandemic, to help people who really needs help in these times of the pandemic. That's all.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
It's yellow because it's bright. And you can really see it that easily.
You mentioned about being an influencer. Can you name a spot or whether it's a man-made or natural spot in Biliran that you would like to promote to the world?
I would think of Tomalistis Falls. It's located in the Kaibiran place in Biliran. It is actually known as the world's sweetest water in the Guinness Book of World Records before. So I really want people to go there and really taste the water in there so that they would know how sweet it is. I mean, I've been there and I really love it in there because it's like a waterfalls near the ocean. So it's like you're gonna swim in the waterfalls and then it's the ocean right there.
We've been hearing the word work from home this past few months. What do you think are the skills that an individual or a person should develop in what we call the workplace of the future?
I think the skills that we develop there is, it's like you learn more, especially on the techie stuff in the computer, especially in the old generation that they have less knowledge about that. And I think it's one of the good things that people should learn about, especially for the older generations. And it is one of the things that the younger generations could have more. Sorry.
Thank you for your advice. Thank you talaga. Tumaan ako doon, but I love it. Thank you. But you're right. Thank you.
At least you have more bondings with the younger generations. They can teach you.
I'm not familiar with Biliran, but
yes.
You know there's a campaign, hashtag Love Local.
Yes.
So what local products would you want to promote and why?
It's the food. We have there a suman. Our suman is kind of different because we have like different flavors. Like we have mango, chocolate, ube, and I think that's kind of unique. That's one of the unique stuff in Biliran.
Lastly, what is that one thing that you think young people like you should focus on?
I think young people like me should focus on our future goals because we need to set something that we think that's good for us and not just for us but also for the community. We need not to think about ourselves only, but especially now in the pandemic, we need to like help one another so that we can be better in the near future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Interesting po sa'yo na ako pwede ibote.
It's really interesting. It's really great there. 21 po. I'm just waiting for the graduation because it's pending because of the pandemic. Bawal po kasi face-to-face na events in our place pa. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Who among the past queens do you draw inspiration from?
The past queens, I really draw inspiration from Miss Venus Ra. I had the pleasure of meeting her once, and she's a very religious person. That's something I really got from our meeting. And at the end of that day, she prayed over all of us, and she had the power to make me cry with her prayer. And I really want to be able to somehow use my words to also touch other people's lives. So Venus Ra, definitely. I'm gonna make the judges cry.
Make them cry. Make them cry.
Good morning, everyone.
So, along the 32nd rule.
Yes, I was informed by Angel.
Even with the first question I'll ask you, tell us something about yourself.
Hello, my name is Pauline Cucharo Amlings. I'm your Boholana Belgian from, of course, the beautiful province of Bohol. My dad is a Belgian and I'm Filipina, so I'm like a mix of both cultures in one, and I'm very excited to be here today.
What is one beautiful word in your local language, and what does it mean?
I would like to choose the word pohon. It means hopefully. It's a word that we use whenever we talk about something that is going to happen in the future. Like, I'm going to join Miss Universe Philippines, pohon, hopefully, with God's blessing.
Next question. What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made much impact on you?
One learning experience I had as a child was that I had to not be shy when it comes to myself and when it comes to my body and my capacities. I was very shy, always in the corner. But my mom and my dad always kept telling me, you have to really be out there. That's the only way for you to grow. That's the only way for you to shine.
And then, what is that one major lesson that you learned during this pandemic?
I think I learned so many things from cooking to planting. But I think one thing that I really learned is how interconnected everything really is. From the animal world to the human world, from communities, inter-province. And I think that just reminds me of the fact that we all play a part in fighting this pandemic and that we can all rise together.
Well, if you win the crown, how will you help your community?
I would want to be a spokesperson and a rallying point to bring people together in meaningful conversation and together look for solutions. And I think that with this platform of influence, that's something I can really do.
What color symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
Oh, that's very interesting. For this moment, I would like to choose pink. Pink is the color that would symbolize me as a phenomenal woman. And pink is also something that you will have to watch out for during my performances for preliminary or evening gown. I'm not going to mention which one, but I'll just tell you that. And it's also my favorite color. I have an emotional relation with that color because every time my dad would give me gifts, it would always be something pink.
I'm excited to see all your pink outfits in the next few days.
Yes.
I'm also excited to find out. No? Yeah. So if given a chance to promote to the world a spot, whether man-made or natural in Bohol, what would it be?
I would have to choose the Lobok River Cruise. The Lobok River, I don't know if you've tried it. I hope that you've had. You tried it? So hopefully then you agree with me. The Lobok River Cruise is really one of the more amazing things that you can do in Bohol. It's not just good food. It's not just you being on that river cruise, but it allows you to interact with the locals in dance and in song. And every time I'm there, I always make it a point for me to dance at tinikling with the locals, even though I risk getting my feet hurt with the bamboo. But it's really one of the things I would want everyone to know about here in Bohol.
Let's go on the work side now. That's recreation. Now let's go to the work side. We've been hearing the word work from home.
Yes.
So what do you think are the skills that we need to develop for the workplace of the future, as we call it?
I have worked from home also during the first few months of the pandemic. I'm sorry, it's a bit cold. During the first few months of the pandemic. And I think patience is one thing that we all need to work on ourselves, especially with the internet connection that we have at home. There's so many times that I've had meetings and then my internet connection would fade out and then I wouldn't hear the rest of it. I think patience above everything else is something that we need to work on. And from then on, we at least have the clear mind to work on everything else.
There's a campaign called #LoveLocal.
Okay.
So if you had a local product that you had to promote, what would it be and why?
It would definitely be raffia from Tubigon Loom Weavers. I'm not wearing it at the moment. I will be wearing it for one of the segments.
So one of the things that I would also look forward to seeing.
Definitely, yes. I'm not going to indulge any more information about that, but raffia is really a product that's from my hometown in Tubigon, and it really takes so many people to make a raffia roll, and there's so much thought and effort that goes into it, and it's a beautiful product with so many possibilities.
What is one thing that you think young people should focus on?
At the moment, it's really staying strong and continuing their dreams of educating themselves, even during these pandemic times. We all are having a hard time, but that doesn't mean that our dreams, our passions are canceled. They're just on hold, and I think that they all need to have hope in their hearts to continue what they're dreaming on and to somehow make their dreams still come true.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you. It's Igorot inspired. Yes. Thank you.
Not very warm indeed. I'll take that into consideration next time I'm back.
I think I did pretty well. I just wish someone told me it wasn't a closed door interview. It was an outdoor interview. So cold. That was my only concern. But for the rest, I loved talking to them.
I'm okay naman po.
The Q&A, pwede mag-Tagalog. Kung gusto mo mag-Tagalog, pwede mag-English. Kung gusto mo, kung mo naintindihan yung tanong, pwede i-repeat yung tanong kahit i-Tagalog.
How about Taglish po?
Okay.
Okay.
So, and you know the rule is 30 seconds per statement or answer.
Okay.
So, tell us something about yourself in 30 seconds.
Okay. So, I'm really a creative person. I love to paint, I love to dance, and that's why my advocacy is related to arts, and my advocacy is about reliving the culture, history, and arts of the Philippines, and I love dancing talaga. So, sorry, I can't breathe. It's really tiring to come up here. And I really noticed that a lot of children nowadays are not aware of our folk dances, so that's why I chose this advocacy. And I'm a third-year college student taking up the course of dentistry. Okay.
Gusto mo ibaba muna yung ano mo?
Okay.
Hindi ko bubuksan.
Can I breathe muna pa? It's really tiring.
What is one beautiful word in your local, in Tagalog? Anong magandang yung salita sa Tagalog and what does it mean?
It would have to be Bulakenya. Kasi being a Bulakenya is very unique. As a modern woman, unique talaga kami, and I think this is one of our characteristics that made us kakaiba sa ibang lugar. And we are very religious, but at the same time we have strong values. And I think this is the word that best describes us.
Right. Next question. What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
I think that would be because when I was a child, I used to play a lot and I trip a lot. So my mom would always tell me, Dayanela, you have to get back on your feet kasi walang tutulong sa'yo kundi ikaw lang. So I think this is the lesson that I still had with me till today, that no matter what hardships I face in life, I still stand up and rise up.
The next question is, what is that one major lesson that you learned during the pandemic?
I think one lesson that I learned during the pandemic is to always stay safe and healthy, because we all know that our health is very important, and ayaw naman natin na sumunod sa ating mga mahal na buhay na mayapa na. So we have to follow the protocols of the government and stay safe.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community?
If I win the crown, I would use this platform para i-promote ang aking province, Bulacan, and it would really help a lot, especially in our tourism, and I think it would be a great opportunity for us to showcase what we have in Bulacan, our products, the people, and the talents that we have.
Sa tingin mo, what color symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I think it would be the color I'm wearing right now. It's color white, it's classy and simple.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier that you want to promote Bulacan. No? So if there is one spot, man-made or natural, that you would like to promote to the world, what would it be?
There's so many places that I want to promote in Bulacan, and recently I had a photo shoot, and you're familiar with it, the Body of Water shoot, and it's in Doña Remedios, Trinidad, and hindi ko alam na may waterfalls pala kami, and it's really breathtaking there, and you can just feel the nature. Gusto ko talagang bumalik doon, and I hope you can experience it as well.
Let's go.
After this pandemic, let's go.
Puno na kalendaryo.
Just slide me a DM. So, yeah, that's one place that I'd like to see. On the work side naman, we've been hearing the word work from home, online business and all. So what do you think would the skills that we need to develop for what we call work from home, which is like the workplace of the future? So ano yung skills na kailangan natin i-develop para doon?
I think if you're working from home, you really have to be determined. Kasi I think na sobrang hirap talaga ng panahon natin ngayon, and we really need to be determined in our jobs, and we just have to focus on our goals and aspirations in life para mag-continue po tayo.
May campaign na #LoveLocal. So if you were to promote a local product, what would it be and why?
Oh, it would have to be my bag that I'm wearing and this brooch. If you can see my bag, it's made from buntal material, which is famous in our place in Baliwag, Bulacan. And this one, as you can see, it's a Philippine flag with a South Sea pearl. Gawa po siya sa May Kawayan, Bulacan, and yun po yung place na kilala kung saan yung mga alahero ay sobrang sikat po.
Last question na. What is one thing that you think young people should focus on?
I think one thing young people should focus on is their education, kasi ito yung pinaka-importante sa kanilang buhay. Dito po yung panggagalingan ng mga dreams nila, goals nila, and I think they need to focus on that because that is their key to their future.
Very good.
I love your pin.
You like it? I think I did great naman sa Q&A kanina, but on the first question, I was really catching my breath kasi ang layo na nilakad namin, and I was like, can I breathe muna? And thankfully, it did great naman.
I always pray, especially when I just wake up, to have a good sense of humor. I got that from Pope Francis rather, because I think it's important that before you step out of the door, that you have this positive aura, and that when you go out, you can share your wit, your comedy, and just good vibes. Morning workout. Parang good for a morning jog.
Okay, so you know the drill. 30 seconds. Filipino or Filipino English if you want to. 30 seconds for statement or answer. First question is, or statement, tell us something about yourself in 30 seconds.
Hi everyone, I'm Danica Madrid Reynes. I'm 28 years old. I'm passionate about music. I'm a singer-performer. I represented the Philippines in the World Championships of Performing Arts in Hollywood, California. And it's like Olympics for talent. And I'm also passionate about travel. I'm a former overseas Filipino worker as an international flight attendant based in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And that gave me the chance to travel and to support my family financially. And I met people from different walks of life.
Para naman hindi kami mag-bore buong araw na magtatanong, kanta ka naman konti. Sa sample ng
You are the universe, and there is nothing you can do if you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do.
Here's your recording contract.
Oh,
perfect choice.
Again, manok.
Okay, so, pero you're not from Cagayan, lolo mo relative?
My mother is from Gonzaga, Cagayan po.
Pero may alam ka na local na language, words.
Yung alam ko pong Ilocano words is yung every time pinapagalitan ako ng nanay ko, yung Ilocano.
So I need one beautiful word in your local language, and what does it mean?
Agyamanak apo. Salamat, Diyos. It's beautiful.
Agyamanak means salamat.
Yeah, Mario. Alright. So about your childhood naman, what is that learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
When I was a child, my parents brought me and my brother with them in a remote municipality in Visayas. So they went on a medical mission that went for a few years. I was still a toddler that time, and that's life-changing for me because at a very young age, I was able to experience that humble life. No electricity at night, chickens everywhere. It is a remote municipality, and so growing up, I aspired to be like my parents.
What is that most important lesson that you learned during this pandemic?
I've learned how to be grateful each day. Like today is a great day to be alive. So, and I've learned not to take things for granted. Like for example, my loved ones, I already miss them. So every kiss, every touch, every small conversations that you have with them, don't take it for granted. And also, for the society, I've learned that it doesn't discriminate. So why do that to your brothers and sisters? I've learned a lot.
If you win Miss Universe Philippines, how will you help your community?
I uphold music and arts therapy. I believe in the power of our skills and talents because I know that we have to give importance to our mental health because it's just as important as physical health. And so for the youth, whenever they use their talents to empower themselves, they will channel their energy into that straight path and they will be away from the bad influences of life. So I think that we must empower the youth with their talents.
What do you think, what color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
Color?
Yeah.
The color red. Because I think red is the universal color for love. And if you're a phenomenal woman, you should be filled with love. Love not just for yourself, for God, for family, for everyone. Because the universe is so vast. And I think that Miss Universe Philippines must have a spacious space of her heart to give to everyone.
Speaking of space, we've been hearing the word work from home. Ito yung narinig natin recently. So what skills do you think we need for this, for the so-called work from home, which is the workplace of the future?
I always see my father working from home because he's one of the vulnerable groups, so he must stay at home. And I saw that since he is so used to working with other people, I saw how he adjusted very well. So I think we must do the same. Whatever work we have, we must be very adapted to our environment. We must not be choosy. We must be thankful that we are alive and with our families. So I think that any skills would also be enhanced when you're in a quarantine working from home, such as cooking, gardening, plantita.
Can you name one spot, whether man-made or natural, in your province that you would like to promote to the world?
You guys should go to Calao Cave. So it's composed of 7 chambers. So you can just imagine. And then I went to this main cave. It has a natural dent. So you don't need any electricity because the sunlight will go directly there. And then there's an altar, there's a grotto, and you can even have weddings there. So it's very natural, energy-saving location. And I hope that it will be very famous soon all over the world.
There's a campaign called #LoveLocal. So what local product would you want to promote and why?
there's this local product from my childhood, and up to now, it's still my favorite, the Carabao sweet candy. I think it should be distributed to the whole world because it's actually the asset of Cagayan province because we produce not just agricultural products, we also have the livestock products. And one of those, of course, is from the Carabao. So I know you guys have already tried that, but I think the whole world must try that too.
I know Carabao. Last question is, what one thing do you think should young people focus on? Young people like you.
Young people like me? I think since we have pandemic and since most people are now at home and they are really relying on internet and everything, I think we must not cancel especially education. We must not cancel our work, education, and all our priorities even before the pandemic. Because even though that we have this pandemic all around us, life is not canceled. And we must go on because there's always hope.
Thank you.
Agyawanak. I feel so happy. I didn't expect those questions coming, but I'm just so thrilled and excited for the next rounds.
Do you think it is enough to get you to the top 15?
I pray that it will be enough, so yes, amen.
FA look, my specialty. Oh, can I move this? Yeah, okay. Hi.
30 seconds for question from us. The first one would be, can you tell us more about yourself?
Okay, so maray na aga sa Indogabos. I'm Crisaline Moreno. You can call me Kia. I'm 25 years old and I'm representing my beautiful province of Camarines Sur. I graduated magna cum laude from the University of Santo Tomas. I took up travel management because it has been a childhood dream of mine to become a flight attendant. So now, sorry, the stairs really, it's hard. So yeah, now I'm working as a flight attendant for Cebu Pacific.
What is one beautiful word in your local language and what does it mean?
One beautiful word. It's magayon. Actually, it literally means beautiful. And for me, magayon does not mean being beautiful physically, but also inside. When you say someone is magayon, she or he is beautiful inside and outside. So of course you are. We are all magayon. Oragon. It's Oragon in Bicol. Another word, very beautiful word. It means strong and palaban, Oragon.
One learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
One learning experience, I really value education. I am an overachiever ever since I was a little kid. So I really try to do my best in terms of my studies. That's why I was able to graduate with Latin honors because I value the gift of education given to me by my parents because I believe that this will pave the way for me to get more opportunities in life to reach my dreams. So this through education, I was able to learn a lot of things, and yeah.
So what about in this pandemic? What is the most important lesson that you learned?
The most important lesson that I've learned in this pandemic is the value of helping one another and compassion and solidarity. I am very proud that us Filipinos, are able to show the true spirit of bayanihan through helping one another, even if we are struggling in our own ways, and we are helping one another in our little ways. And I believe that there is hope in unity and solidarity.
If you win Miss Universe Philippines, how will you help your community?
I can be able to be of help to my community in a lot of ways. First of all, I will be a spokesperson to the causes that the organization is pushing for and to my cause, which is pushing for responsible tourism. It is mainly educating people on how they can become responsible travelers as well as locals. I believe it's very timely and relevant that we instill in us the values of responsibility, discipline, and respect, because it is how we will progress as a nation.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
A color that symbolizes the phenomenal woman is, for me, it's color white. White for me is very simple. You know, you don't to be phenomenal, you don't have to be extravagant. You just have to be simple and pure and clean as the color white.
A lot of people are doing work from home now.
Yeah.
So what do you think are the skills needed for what you call the workplace of the future?
Yeah, for me, it's very important that you know technical skills. Of course, you have to be acquainted with how you use the computer. It's hard to work from home if you're not used to using the computer. And of course, you have to know how to talk to people, to communicate, because most of the time now we are using Zoom, and you have to be able to know how to talk, to converse with people, and to communicate with them, to be effective.
If there's one spot man-made for natural in Camarines Sur that you would like to promote to the world, what would it be?
Of course, definitely. I would like to promote Caramoan Islands. It's one of the beautiful islands that I've been to in the Philippines. You know, I've been to a lot of places here in the Philippines, and Caramoan Islands is really magnificent. It's a group of islands where we have white sand beaches, we have cliffs where you can climb, we have a lot of tourist destinations where you can island hop or extreme adventure. So I would really like to promote Caramoan. It's also very famous in Camarines Sur.
There's a campaign to hashtag Love Local. What local product would you like to promote and why?
Local product in Camarines Sur that I would want to promote is the pili nut. We are very famous for that. We have been the province that is abundantly producing pili nuts, and for me, it's very timely that we promote that, because you know, to harvest the pili nut, it's not easy. It takes a lot of time to produce just the pili nut itself, and it's also very healthy and it's delicious as well. I hope you had tried it.
Your last question is, what do you think young people should focus on?
I think young people should focus on their dreams. They should know what their purpose, their passion in life is, because that will drive them to what they want to achieve in life. And they should focus on making themselves better and turning their weaknesses into their advantages. So I think that the youth should focus on themselves and to become responsible citizens in our community. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. It's really an honor and pleasure to be in front of you. Thank you. Just mabalas po.
Who would you say was your inspiration for your performance today?
Of course, it would be my supporters, especially my family, because if it weren't for them, I will not have this strength and this clear mind, because they are really my inspiration. I want to succeed because of them, because their success is not just for me, but it will also be for them.
The first batch of candidates has finally cracked the first round of Q&A preliminaries. More than just enduring through the first round of nerve-wracking interviews with grace and conviction, we also got to know the candidates at a more personal level and what their view is on important issues. This has been Miss Universe Philippines, and this is the Game Changer.